Hi, welcome to this week's episode of Magoo's Corner. I'm your host, Trevor Gregg, joined by Sean Jacobson from the Rosewater Football Club.
How are we, Trev?
Very good, mate. I know we say that quite a few times tonight.
Yeah.
We'll keep it going. This week clocked 50,000 views on the YouTube channel for all our videos.
A few people.
It is just quietly, yep. A lot of the people were checking out our videos and checking out the bloopers, which is a lot of myself for some reason. It's always me. The other blokes don't get on, but it's always my bloopers.
Yeah,
when I say two specific words.
You can't really show seagulls bloopers, though, can you? There's some hectic stuff in there.
There is what is that? There's a phone number that you can ring or email if you see something on the internet or TV that is against the rules and regulations. We'd be shut down. But yeah, apologising for last week's videos, but we'll move on. We've got some the diff in now, and we'll get on to Division 4. So looking at the ladder, the way it sits now, Salisbury just going at the moment with 5 wins, and of course getting the bye. They had the bye this week, so that's their first week off this year, but they're just going and going.
2 years in a row, isn't it? The Div4 smashed both years.
Yeah, they're very, very strong.
Yeah.
Hope Valley is sitting 4-1. So pretty much everybody, or there's 3 sides there that haven't had the bye yet, but Hope Valley sitting 4-1. Eastern Park 3-2. They've been quite strong, I've heard.
Yeah,
in the A grade.
A grade and B grade are looking the good so far.
The Wassers, Westminster with 3-3. Edwardstown into the competition for the first time this year in I think it's 10 years or so, isn't it? Something like that.
Been a while.
So they're making their mark at 3-2. Paraka are 3-3. Colonel Light 2-3. North Haven 1-4. Surprising for me.
They're my favourite football club in the amateur league, Old North Haven. It's shocking to see them so far down.
It is heartbreaking. Honestly, I didn't think that would be the case.
Yeah, I didn't think it either. Didn't they play in the grand final last year?
I think so. Yeah, and they've not been able to carry it through. They've had the recruits though.
Oh yeah. They'll tell you that they got the recruits, don't you worry, they'll tell you how good they are.
Brett Pedersen would get 80 touches in the B grade each week.
Jeez, you're selling him shorty today.
Oh yeah, no, sorry, 100. And Kenilworth down the bottom without a win so far, but got a better percentage than some of the other sides that are sitting at the bottom of the ladder. Looking at the first game this week, Kenilworth went out to Dwight Reserve to take on Eastern Park. Eastern Park 24 goals, 8. Very accurate kicking to 8-9-57.
Yeah, and I think Kenilworth would have thought they were a sniff at quarter time. Jumped out of the blocks all square, and then after that, Eastern Park just smashed them. Just absolutely smashed them.
That's all you can say to go. Yeah. And then in the last quarter, kicking away to kick 8 goals, and 8 goals won. And the weather that we had is a fantastic effort. Siri kicked 7, Peter with 5, Rayleigh, Smith with 3 each. Marston and Banks with a couple, King and Aegis, and the best players were Smith, Rayleigh, Siri, Peter and Fletcher.
And for Kenilworth we had Kane with 4, Taylor with 2, Hoffmeyer and Ellard with singles, and the best players were Hendry, Taylor, Strobel, Sheldrick and Kane.
There was a name of a new recruit that's gone out to Colonel Light that I just cannot remember the name. It'll come to me no doubt when we get into Div 3. So there was a nice little coup for them. Now the Townies hosted Westminster at Edwardstown Oval. 11-8-74 to 10-9-69. So just getting there in the end by under a kick.
Yep.
So nice win for the Townies.
It was. Westminster have always been generally strong in their B grade, always generally decent footy side. So a good win for Edwardstown.
Simon with 4. Davis also kicked 4. Horgan, Grosvenor and Zepner also with 1. We had Horgan, Wilson, Tudoni, Burford, Rosenswig and Bourne.
And for Westminster we had Ryan with 4, Wedding with 3, Cowdis with 2 and Bund for 1. And best players were Ryan, Wedding, Kubilius, Hull and Anderson.
I'm quite impressed with that.
Oh, how I'm running with names tonight, that could be wrong anyway.
Now the next game, North Haven hosted Hope Valley at North Haven at Largs North Reserve. Some of the names that you're seeing in that lineup
played A grade last year and can play A grade if they wanted to this year, I think.
Absolutely. So it's very surprising. I'm not sure. I didn't look at the A grade results. I'm not sure if they got up.
Yeah, they got up. They got up. Yeah, they told me all about it.
Yeah. So it was 6-9-45 North Haven to 11-11-77 for Hope Valley.
And good win out of North Haven. They're never easy to play out there.
No.
To compete then.
Because it's almost like you're playing down on the beach.
Yeah,
with the wind.
Yeah, murderous down there.
Mooney kicked 2, Henzo, Chrissy Gordon, Declan Golding and Butler kicked 1 each. Seacamp, Gordon, Bettridge, Pickett and Lee were the best players there for the Magpies.
And for Hope Valley we had Vosso with 4, Moran with 2, Wood with 2, Gower, Greenfield and Walker all with 1. Best players were Vosso, Hunt, Wood, Walker and Riddle.
Very surprised at North Haven.
Yeah, no, they need to go down. Chokers. Right. At least at B grade can get to a GF.
Oh, yeah, well, so it's pretty easy to change a 5 to a 6 with all their premiership memorabilia that they bought. But well, we'll see how they go in the back end of the year. So let's look at the last game for the round. The Colonel Light Gardens hosted Paraka at Mortlot Park. Colonel Light 9-7-61 going down to Paraka 10-10-70.
Yeah, I'm surprised that Colonel Light haven't done as well in the B grade as they have last few years. They've always been, well, every time I've played in the AZ B grade, I've always been around top or second, and they're sitting down the bottom end this year. I was a bit surprised with that. So, and the team looks the same as last year from Colonel Light anyway.
Yeah, some of the names are familiar for Paraka. Nudo kicked 4, Ditmar with 3, Travis with 2 and Johnson with 1. Travis, Romeo, Nudo, Hutchings and Glenn were the best players.
I'm surprised Travis is playing B grade. He's a jet that way. He played A's at Parry Hills last year. And for Colonel Light, goal kickers were Bowen 2, and all singles here for McSorley, Mason, Heinrich, Snell, McEwen, Cummings and Ramsey. And their best players were McEarney, Robertson, Cummings, Madigan and Bell.
It's getting better.
Oh, they're getting easier, a lot easier, but Diffrey will absolutely murder me probably.
Looking into round 7 next week, Hope Valley host Eastern Park.
Eastern Park.
I like Eastern Park. It's always hard to play Hope Valley.
I reckon they'll sit in second and third, these two, so it should be a close game, but yeah, Eastern Park.
I think Eastern Park for me. Kenilworth host Edwardstown at St Mary's Park, so not far for Edwardstown to drive.
Yeah, I'll say Edwardstown for this one. Kenilworth look like they're struggling this year.
And the Battle of the Pies. At Salisbury Oval.
Yeah, no, Salisbury, easy. North Haven are done.
You've heard it here first. North Haven are done. They're cooked.
Yeah,
wow. So we'll do the Diff Quote Me page in the next episode. For me, Salisbury.
Yeah.
By how much? I don't know. It's up to North Haven. Westminster Old Scholars host Colonel Light Gardens at Tilbrook Rashid Oval.
Yeah, I'll go Westminster. Yeah. Is that the? Oh, yeah, Westminster for me.
Tilbrook Rashid. Westminster also. And Paraka get the week off after having a nice win. Again, make sure you subscribe to the SA Footballer magazine. We thank all of our sponsors and the Portland Hotel, and we'll catch you again next week.
See ya.